Hello again. Hello again. I hope it's working. I hope it's working. I hope it's working. Because if it's not working, I'm out of here. All right. Hello. Hi. It is working. Yes. Yes, it's working. Thank God. I love technology. All right. Hi, Karen. Oh, good. People are showing up. Good. I was like, well, if it's not working again, I don't know how to fix it. Hi, Dina, Angie, Karen, Teresa, Kayenta. Thank you all for joining me. You know, the thing is like you follow the directions and it's like it still doesn't work. It's like, just press the button. And it's like you press the button and so a friend has this app that you can get stuff at bakeries. You know, it's like, let's say they baked a cake and the cake is good for, say, 3 days. And then that third day, it's like, well, you got to sell it for anything. And, you know, I love baked goods. So I was like, that's cool. So I try to put it on my phone. And because my phone is based in the States, I can't get a Mexican app. And we look up everything on YouTube and whatever, the other thing, TikTok. Just press the button. It's like we did, nothing happened. All right. All right. So my little mini message, as I wrote it down, I was going to go live at noon, but I realized Nancy Jean was on live and I didn't want to, So the little mini message, I don't know if I'm feeling it, but it's the message that I'm supposed to deliver for the equinox is welcome peace and welcome balance. Welcome. Doors open. The door is open. I'm back. I'm back. Okay, everyone figured it out. I don't know why it works or why it doesn't. No, Valerie, perfect timing. You know, I like to say a lot of kind of nothing for the first few minutes. All right, so please watch my daily video today. I talked about really connecting to spirit. And, you know, the truth of the matter is, like, this is what I do all day. So, like, after this, you know, I want to go buy something, right? And I know where they're open and they have what I want. Great. So I'm going to go there. And then, you know, maybe on the way there, on the way back, I open to receive or I sit and I'm like, what should I do next? What should I do next? Thank you. You know what? Does somebody want to be do you know how to be a moderator? Anyone know how to be a moderator? Okay, Dina, you're a moderator. Okay, and Patricia, good. Because remember last time we had some like weirdos show up? I can't deal with that. All right. We all need to ask for help, you know? Okay. So, you know, it's the equinox. It's about bringing things into balance. And I'm doing a meditation on Zoom on Saturday for $10, noon my time. So please join. It's floating around in my head. I usually it kind of comes to me as because I'm participating and leading the meditation simultaneously, actually. So it kind of comes to me. But I have an idea. I don't want to put it out because something else might come up that day, but I have an idea. So it'll be about a half an hour of meditation. And the tarot classes are starting this week. And I know someone here has already signed up. And please join us. I'm very excited. Hi, Jennifer. I'm super excited about the tarot classes, actually. I really like teaching. I really do. All right. So I think it's going to be sort of a question. Sometimes it's a question. It's like, okay, how can I bring more balance into my life? What areas do I need to bring balance into? And how do I go about doing that? What are the clues? Oh, there are a lot of people here today. I'm very happy. I guess this is a good time. All right. Let's get to the reading. The door is open, so if I need to close it, it might take me a second. YouTube says I'm live, and I have a comment. Oh, it's all the comments. They're all coming up. That's what it is. Good thing I have it off, right? And I kept on putting up the thumbnail that said eclipse, eclipse. It's like, it's not the eclipse, Jeffrey. It's the equinox. All right. Three kings. Three kings. It's like Christmas. Three kings. Okay, we have the King of Cups, we have the King of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. And it's good. I mean, not that I mean, all the cards, have their own energy and their own goodness, but the King of Swords can be a little bit harsh, right? He's got a sword, he can cut your head off, like the negative side of the King of Swords is like, he doesn't like what you said or the message you delivered, he cuts your head off. He's got a sword. Whereas the other ones, the King of Wands could like beat you up a little bit, but you have a chance maybe to grab the wand, right? So kings are about knowledge. Kings are about knowledge. And also kings have that masculine aspect. So it's not only having the knowledge, but acting on it. It's like, okay, how can I bring myself balance? And you get an idea or a feeling or an action to take. And it's like, okay, well, I know how to do this. And if I don't know how to do it, I'll figure it out as I go along. All right. So king, king, king. Okay. These are, okay. So the King of Cups. King of Cups is really nice. He's like the softest king. The King of Cups has been through emotional turmoil. He knows all about it. He's deeply compassionate. He listens. He's very intuitive. He's very loving. He's very kind. He's the kind that you can tell anything to, right? He's like the like the kindly grandfather, right? You could tell him your secrets, right? And then he'll have something lovely to offer you. But I think also, this is about listening to ourselves, listening to our hearts, listening to our intuition, and the compassionate part of ourselves, right? Okay. Then I have the King of Wands, who I always talk about as King Judah, as Judah. So I know I've told the story before, but Jacob, I went to Hebrew school, so I would think of them in Hebrew. Jacob had the 12 sons, right? Reuben, Simon, and Levi were the first three sons, and then comes Judah. And Judah is the one when they're all jealous of Joseph and they take him out to the desert and they're going to kill him. Judah steps up to the plate, and even though he's not the oldest, which is unusual, he steps up to the plate and says, let's not kill him. Let's like put him in a pit. Maybe he has a chance. Maybe he has a chance, or let's sell him or something. At least let's not kill him. So Judah takes on that responsibility, because if, let's say, Joseph had died and Jacob had found out, then Judah would have taken the blame. Judah would have taken the heat, right? Even though it really wasn't his place. And the fact that he's the fourth son and sticks up and everybody listens to him sort of says something about his natural leadership too. And later on in the Bible, there are all these other stories of Judah when they finally get out of Egypt. And Judah does all this messed up stuff, I don't want to get into the details because it's like very sexual and stuff. But you know how with Cain and Abel, it's like, he's not my brother and all that. Judah takes the full responsibility. He says, yeah, I did something really messed up, and I'm willing to change my behavior. I'm willing to own up. I'm willing to say, oh, we took this action. It was the wrong action, but we'll fix it. It's on me. It's not like he points the finger. It's like, he takes it on. And then I have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is like the great businessman, knows how to make things grow. So he's really fertile. He's really fertile. He knows how to make things grow. So it's like I'm listening to my intuition. I'm taking hold of my passion, and I'm going to take action in the physical world to make things grow. Great. Hi, Gina. I hope I said hello to everybody. Patricia, Valerie, Jennifer. All right. Look. This is one of the best cards in the whole deck. So it's very masculine, actually, because, it's the sun. And, if I have 3 kings already, and then I have the sun. So there's this real do something. There's this real solar, because this is like nourishment from spirit in a lot of ways, right? The nourishment from the sun. And it's this energy of really doing something, not just sitting, waiting, expecting. It's like doing something. And also, this is clarity. It's really clear thought. It's about joy. It's about freedom. It's about abundance. It's about fertility. It's a great card. A great card. I love those hearts that come up. Oh my God. The Sun King, yes. Miss Orchid. All right. It's not humid enough for orchids here. It really isn't. It's just not humid. I mean, you could buy orchids, but it's just not humid. It really isn't. And now the rainy season is kind of coming to a close. It's a little early, but I have all my fancy water prepared. I have water with coffee and bananas, and I have another one, water with eggshells and vinegar. I'm all ready. All right. I'm probably going to have to move that back, but I feel like I'm so far away from you when I do that. Yeah. Try something new. Try something new. Be willing to learn something new. Take hold of new opportunities. And also the pages have this energy. All the pages have this energy of like, I have an inkling. I have an idea. They have the enthusiasm of youth. It's not, they're not scaredy cats. They're kind of adventurous. It's like, yeah, okay, I'll try it. Yeah, okay, I'll try it. There's that energy. Trying something new, right? Like, well, I never thought of doing that, but yeah, okay, I'll do it. So you want to hear something funny? My friend who I hang around with a lot, he was showing me this thing that he found on Instagram or something, where there's this place in Polanco. Polanco is kind of the fancy neighborhood. Not kind of, it is. But it's very big. So it's not like, it's just one little, it's like Polanco 1, 2, 3. And it's not really the middle of the city. It's a little bit to the west. So it's a little bit to get there, like half an hour or so, maybe a little more. So there's a place that they make food or something. So they pay you like really well to do food testing, and you get food, And I love to eat. He loves to eat. And he goes, "Oh, you can't smoke?" I said, "Please." You show up and say, "I don't smoke," and I'll say, "Oh, he never smokes." And then I'll show up and I'll say, "I don't smoke," and he'll say, "He never smokes," And I have this fantasy of like eating all this delicious food and getting paid for it, and then going around the corner and go. Anyway, so I mean that's like of course the dog started. All right, he stopped. Okay. It's like, yeah, okay, a food taster, all right. Sure, why not? All right. Yeah, going off in a new direction. Going toward, I'm going to close the door because it's going to drive me crazy. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's making me crazy. It was quiet for hours. It's just insane. Every time I start a video, they all want to be in on it. This is the 8. This is about, 8s are about abundance. They're about awareness. Okay. The energy in this card is like, I was satisfied in the past emotionally. And it's not like I'm saying I wasn't satisfied, but it's time for me to move on. It's time for me to go after my passion. It's time for me to step out of my box, kind of step out of my box, my little comfort box. And it's like, I'm going to go out and see what's out there for me because I feel like this is what I want to do. I feel like there's a yearning, like a calling, a yearning, an inclination, I can't even describe it because it's also, there's an energy of intuitiveness because it's cups. So there's an energy of like, yeah, I think I'm going to go to like that place to get a job, or I think I'm going to go to uh, this new something. I don't know. Hi, Josephine. It's all the regulars are here. Not all, but a lot. It's nice. Thank you. All right. Oh, look. Yeah, I wasn't kidding. I wasn't kidding. So the Fool is such an interesting card. I mean, they all are. You know, I always say that. But the Fool is unborn. The Fool is unborn. The Fool is pre-incarnation. The Fool is the soul pre-incarnation. So there's this energy of yeah, okay, in the past, in my past lives, I did this and I did that, I did this, I did that. But now I'm off to learn something new. Now I'm off to learn something new, right? And like the little doggy here, it symbolizes his soul. But I have a lot of really, you know, like if I had a lot of negative cards on the board and the Fool would come up, you know, like it would say something basically like, "Don't be a dummy," right? But with the 8, which is abundance, right? The Sun, which is about clarity and nourishment. Kings who have knowledge, 3 kings, and a Page who's like curious, then I would say, yeah, definitely go after it. And it's like, okay, I never thought of doing that, but I somehow I'm being called and it seems interesting and I'm kind of enthusiastic and yeah, you know, you're doing what? I'm doing da-da-da. Okay. It's kind of like when I moved to Mexico. Some people were like, "You're what? You're what?" You know? Okay. Yeah. I'm dropping the burden of the past. You know what I feel like? I feel like I'm dropping, it's a 10, it's completion. I'm dropping all the things that have bogged me down. I'm dropping all the things um, that are in my way that don't help me to. Sometimes also in this card, because he can't really see in front of him. It's like he's taken on so much responsibility or so many creative projects. It's like he can't see his hand in front of his face. And it's like I need to clear this out so that I can see things in a new way, right? And take advantage of new opportunities, right? That are more clear, that are more abundant, that are more full, that are more freedom driven, freeing. I like freedom driven. That's even better. An ice cream taster. You know the job I always wanted. Now you can tell what a big queen I am. I always wanted the job to name the nail polish and the lipstick. That's the job. That is the job, right? They pay you like 6 figures, and it's like, carnation pink, bubblegum pink, bubblegum and rose, um, strawberry shortcake, uh, mango smoothie. That's the job. That's the job. And you sit and you have to get all dressed. You sit in an office, right? And of course, you wear a tie that's like some ridiculous color because, whatever. And you sit in the office and you have the great view. And your feet are up on the desk and you call in your secretary, take a note, That's the job. Hmm. Okay. I know. Thank you, Dina. I know I would. Apricot surprise. All right. Now I'm getting hungry because all I ever, okay. Yeah. I, you know, this is, what this card is? This is self-imposed mental bondage, basically, what this is. And it's a second eight, though, which is interesting because eights are about abundance and awareness. And you know what I just got this moment? I'm aware of how I tell myself I can't do it. I'm aware of how I tell myself um, the lie. I'm aware of the lie that the lies that I tell myself. It's like, I can't do that. I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm too beautiful. I'm too thin. I'm too fat. I'm too whatever. Like, no, no, we're burning that out. Yeah, because I know who I am. Being at home with myself, being at home with my spirit, being at home with my mind, with my body, with my soul. I'm very stable in that. I'm very stable in that. So I'll tell you something interesting because I love to go on tangents. I don't know if people like the tangents or not. Maybe I guess they do because people can come back. Because I do like all the energy work on myself, the IET and the pendulum and stuff, and I do it on other people too. It brings up a lot of light, and the more light that I hold and see and experience, the more it's almost like when you're cleaning the house and you clean it, say, like normal, right? But because I've been working with so much light, it's almost as if I have a flashlight in every corner. It's like I'm behind the refrigerator, like the places you never clean, on top of the cabinets and stuff like that. That's what's going on. That's what's been going on for me for the past few weeks. And I feel like, it didn't come up for nothing. And but it's not been the most pleasant experience, that I can tell you. Thank you, Barbara. Exactly, Dina. I'm loving all of you. Everyone's writing such nice messages. Thank you so much. Maybe we'll all get jobs. One person will be in charge of like the blues, and one person in charge of the greens, and one person in charge of the purples. And the purple person only wears purple head to toe, purple eyeshadow, purple lipstick, purple earrings, amethysts, and all these furs that are dyed purple. Okay. Because, there are quite a few purple people out there. All right. Oh, the lady in the garden. The lady in the garden. You know what she is? She's really relaxed. Her and the Empress, this is what I'm getting from because this is sort of the Empress. The Empress is a goddess, right? So it's different energy. That's the three. She's like the Empress as a human. And she's super relaxed. She's in the garden. She knows it's coming to her. She knows it's coming to her. She doesn't even have to leave the garden. In fact, she doesn't, right? She doesn't leave the garden. There's no need to, right? Her bird goes out and hunts for her. It's the falcon. And, she lets it come to her. Very interesting. Yeah, go after your dreams. Go after your dreams. You know what I get from this card sometimes? It's seven, and sometimes it could be a little confusion, that card. It's traditionally read like that. But for me, the confusion is like, well, I have so many options, so I don't really know which one to choose. And it's almost like you're at a bakery. Here we go again. And they have all these really beautiful little desserts, that you're going to get one. You're like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. It's like they're all delicious. If you want the strawberry, get the strawberry. If you want the chocolate, get the chocolate. You want the coconut, get the coconut. They're all delicious. Just make a choice and run with it, right? I'm going to become the coconut pie maven, a coconut pie. What's the word? King. So, just choose one and run with it. I think I get that. Because sometimes the confusion is like, oh, all right. Yeah. And then you build it. And then you build it. Right. He takes action and he builds it. Because knights are action. But this knight is the only knight that doesn't move. Interesting. Because he's busy building something. He's not leaving the site. He's almost like the foreman on a construction site. It's like, I'm not leaving until that wall is up. I'm not leaving until the electricity is done today, But it's 7 o'clock at night and the sun is setting. It's like, and he's like this, tapping his foot. It's like, we're going to stay here until the electricity is done and done correctly. Like that. All right. Yeah. New story. And you know what I'm getting? The old story and the old burden needs to be dropped, because it's like if I carry all the stuff from my past in with me, telling myself, well, it didn't work last time. And every time I try it, or it didn't work for my friend, it's like that needs to be dropped and, begin a whole new story and saying, I can do it. I am doing it. I'll figure it out and let's go. It's a gift. It's a gift. This is also because he's like, well, he's full of love. So it comes back to the same thing that I ask not every time, but a lot. How can I love myself more? How can I be kinder to myself more? How can I listen to myself? How can I treat myself like the beautiful, loving spirit that I am? I think that's a big part of the new story. That's the big part of the new story. Nice. Yeah. It's like I'm going to begin to build it. It might stay in the dark for a while, which is okay because this is about building things, right? This can sometimes be like a real estate card. This is about utilizing different skills, but it's almost like there's a subconscious thing to this card because it's in the dark. It's kind of weird that they're in the church in the dark, a little weird, but there's an energy of, I'm putting it together in my mind, or I'm putting it together behind the scenes. It's almost like remember that Orson Welles commercial, Paul Masson. I know how old my viewers are. We will sell no wine before it's time. Remember that? It was disgusting, that stuff. It was so disgusting. They had to advertise it. It was like not even good vinegar. It was like bad, it was sour. Anyway, there it's like, okay, I'm going to work on it, and I'm not going to kind of reveal it until it's ready to be revealed. I'm not in a rush, right? There's not really an energy of rush. There's no like moving horses here. There's no moving horses. So it's like I'm putting myself together. I'm going to build something. I'm getting rid of my old way of thinking and my old burdens, right? And then, I'm going to act like a king, slowly and surely work my way toward, right? But there's no energy. And there's an energy, I'm going to let it come to me. I'm not like in a state of like desperateness or a state of, I got to have it. It's also because this is I want to say it right, the equinox reading. So this is kind of the reading for the next 3 months. It's not, oh, this is the reading for the week. This is the reading for the next 3 months, right? The equinox readings are really more for like 6 months or a year. The eclipse, whatever, I'm whatever. Okay. Because this is like for the next 3 months, the next half year, right? So it's like this is what I'm building. This is where I'm going, like that. Another page, 3 pages. right? One, two, yeah. Pages are about inklings. It's about pages are about like inklings, new ideas. Um, I never thought of it like that. I never looked at it that way. A new idea coming through, a new inspiration coming through. Um, Sometimes it could be a little bit out of the blue. And also because the pages have an energy of youth. So the pages, so it's three kings, three pages. Um, they have an energy of enthusiasm, of like, yeah, yeah, it'll work. Okay. Number nine. Two nines. I want to throw the whole deck today. Okay. There's a line in the sand in this one. This one, he's in battle. He has a schmata on his head. And it's like he's been a little bit beaten up, maybe a little bit beaten up by the past or what he's been through, but he's still standing. And like now, it's almost there's like an energy sometimes of inventory in this card. It's sometimes I feel, but this card is like this. It's almost like you're watching a movie in slow motion, especially like an action movie, so you can see exactly what's going down, and you're sort of standing. You put up a boundary between you and your problems in a way, and you and all the things that are overwhelming you. And then it's like, well, let me see what is the priority. Let me see how I can move forward from here. Let me see what battles are worth fighting and what battles are not worth fighting. And I think a lot of times the battles are with ourselves, in ourselves. So what is worth looking at? What is worth changing? What is worth dropping? A little bit of that. All right. Now, I want to see before, because I'm going to try to throw another three, but I think this is my limit. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. I'm going to try another three. And then I'm going to make more announcements. I'll make the announcements now. We're in the middle of the reading. All right. So I'm leading a Zoom meditation on Saturday at 12 o'clock my time. That's Mountain. It's $10. So you sign up and I have your email and then I send you the Zoom invite, for the Equinox, a guided meditation. Okay. And then it'll be available also afterwards if you can't make it. Okay. Or if you just want me to send you the tape, I could do that. The video. And Tarot classes start this week. So it's, me and Nancy together. It's an hour and a half class, an hour and a half to 2 hour class, 6 times. Right. So it's 6 weeks in a row. So it's either Monday. Monday, I think, is in the afternoon, like mid-afternoon and Central. And then the Friday is in the evening, like 6 o'clock Central, something like that. So it'd be like 7 o'clock East Coast, 4 o'clock or whatever, West Coast. All right. Let me throw 3 more. Yeah. Your light always knows where to lead you. Your light always knows where to lead you. This is also the card of Virgo. So it's, because this is the end of Virgo, the beginning of Libra. I'm going to use the lessons of Virgo to help me through, which means the attention to detail, the meticulousness, the seeing things that other people don't see, because that's the positive aspect of Virgo. The other thing about Virgo, the energy of Virgo, because the eclipses look a little bit above. It's the end of summer, beginning of fall. It's an energy of service, right? Of service. And we're going into Libra, which is really the energy of balance. So how can I balance the service to myself and to you and to the rest of the world, right? And I need to balance it and look at it really meticulously, because that's Virgo, scholar, part of the scholar. Yeah, in order to take hold of what I want to take hold, and this is the Aries moon that's coming up. It's Aries, Mars. This is the energy of Mars. This is the energy of action. This is the energy of I'm the king. I delegate. I use my mind. I have a vision. I'm going to move forward with it. Um, I'm organizing it, and I have the power behind me to make it so to speak. Okay. Yeah. And so, okay, it's a really nice card. Nice card to end on. The Six of Pentacles. First of all, six is persevere, right? But the Six of Pentacles is it's a beautiful card because it's really about being in the balance, right? This is the only here in Justice, the only place that the scales show up, and it's this energy of I offer something, I receive something, but being in the middle, not, oh, I need someone to take care of me, or I'm so generous I give everything away. It's really about being in the middle and giving and receiving, being all those people. That's the energy. And the other thing is, like, sometimes, let's say I want to start something and it's like I don't really know where to begin, or I don't have enough money, or I don't have the time, or whatever, all this that we tell ourselves, right? But you're in the middle of it. It's like the help shows up. The help shows up. It's like I take the action, and the universe and my friends and community and people I might not know sort of show up and say, yeah, I'll support you in that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, do you need me to go pick something up for you? Yeah, actually, I do. Okay, sure. Or do you need for me to help you with the computer stuff? Yeah, I do. Whatever. Like the help shows up because I showed up. All right, I'm going to show you everything now. I want to see. Thank you, Josephine. Yeah, I like that. I like that, Barbara. Okay, away we go. Let's see if everything will fit. I don't think it will, but I'll try. Just. I can fit another card here and here. All right. Subconsciously, I know I have something new to create. I am willing to work toward it. It's completely new. I feel a little bit like I need some help in the dark, but the help indeed is here. Because I have the knowledge of how to make money. I have the knowledge of my passion. I have the knowledge of my intuition. And it's become clear that maybe I need to learn some new stuff and move to a different place in my head emotionally. Because after all, I am the emperor, right? We all are the emperor in our own lives. I'm dropping the burdens of the past. I have to see clearly in front of me and begin a new story. I have the enthusiasm because I've seen where I've been stuck in the past. And I have this inkling and idea of how to get out and how to actually go after my dreams. I know that if I persevere, I will be supported, and allow it to come to me in a state of comfort, and stop telling myself it's not going to happen. I can't do it. Like, stop that. Like lately when I pull the Eight of Swords, it's like I basically come up with, like, stop telling yourself the lie, because we all lie to ourselves. We're very powerful. We're very powerful. And, usually the thing that stops us from doing what we want to do, or going after our dreams, is ourselves. It's not other people. It's usually ourselves. I dropped a card. So it's like, recognize that piece of yourself. Oh, yeah. Recognize that piece of yourself and say, okay, angels and guides, higher self, I see this part of me, and I'm ready, willing, and able to release it. And what I'd like to put in its place is the opposite, right? And do a little ritual. Light a candle, write something down, burn something, whatever. walk around the block, do a twirl. I mean, basically, like the work that I'm doing with the IET and the pendulum is its own little ritual in a way, right? We're calling in angels and our higher self and elementals to help us to remove things that don't work and to receive what we want to receive. It's like somebody puts a dessert in front of you and you're allergic, and then the hostess is like super duper gracious. And you say, "Oh, I really would love to have dessert, but I'm allergic to this and that." They're like, "Don't worry, honey, I got 10 kinds of ice cream in the refrigerator," or whatever. A little bit like that. All right. Now I'm going to move that closer because otherwise I can't see. And, honestly, I haven't used my glasses in so long that they don't really work anymore. I'm so glad that everyone supports my tobacco addiction. Because it is completely, like, you know, I mean, there's a part of me that enjoys smoking because it's weird because it's like it makes you nervous and calm at the same time. It's like a really drug. But then the other part of it, people are like, "Oh, why do you smoke?" It's like, because I'm addicted to cigarettes. That's why. That's why. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Erica. How sweet of you to say. So that's the energy. It's like, okay, I have this new idea, this new inclination. I know it might sound a little bit off or a little bit weird or a little bit unconventional, but it's like, why not? Why not? Try it, see if it works. Try it, see if it works. Sometimes, when you're a little kid and you're a finicky eater, right? And there's a certain color you don't like, so you want anything green or you want anything red or whatever it is. And then there are these other kids who are like, yeah, sure, I'll try it. And then they get to eat all the yummy. I mean, maybe you try something, you don't like it, you realize it's not for you, or maybe you try something and you're like, this needs sugar, this needs salt. If I put some sauce on it, if I mix it with this or that, then maybe it'll be okay. And it's like, I I think we all need to expand our understanding of what's possible, of you know what's possible. I saw today on Instagram this wonderful mobile. Oh my God, it was so fabulous. It was I don't know. It was very. I don't. How do I say it? It looked like early 20th century, like one of those kind of paintings with just very geometric shapes, but not, it was geometric, but it wasn't just like a perfect circle. It was more like oblong and this and that. And I think it was made out of metal, but like one was purple, one was yellow, one was green, one was black. It's like, that is so cool. And honestly, there's, I'm not there today, but I really would like to try sculpture. I really would. Sculpture is so fascinating because you get to like interact with it in a way that you don't with the painting, you know, because it's like it takes up space. So it's like I have to make room and it talks and it's kind of wild, actually. All right. Yeah, it was more Jennifer, it was like a Calder, but Calder had this tendency, well, the ones that you see, they're very big like this. And Calder, a lot of times, if you would do it black, it was all black, right? This was like, it was more compact and it was almost like, let's say it was an egg shape, right? Like everything was contained within that egg shape. So within that, it wasn't clear or anything. I'm just trying to like explain to you what I saw. And then there was one piece that was kind of like this, and it was kind of purple, and it kind of waved off. And then there was some yellow thing here, and then something more like this was sort of roundish and this is more geometric, like almost like a 2x4 coming out of it. Wasn't 2x4, but and they were all metal, and the colors are really good. And it was really like, wow, this is really, really good. Really good. So I don't know, just got me thinking. I love you, Erica. I love you, Erica. Thank you, Karen. I miss Orchid. I'm living for everyone's comments. Oh, thank you. You know, I dyed this shirt. I'm a former dyer, actually. I mean, I'll dye again. Like those, the big orange one and the one, that one, those are dyed. Those are actually silk and they're dyed. And now I've been doing watercolor kind of collage. I think that's why the sculpture is interesting to me. I'm making these shapes but I'm making them, 3D. I mean, you know what I mean. I would love to have them be more, I don't know, off the canvas. A little hard to ship, but oh, and by the way, any of the prints that you see, any of the originals that you see on my site on Ripe Color, if you want me to make you a print, I'll give you a better price, or just let me know. I might go to the guy tomorrow, I might not. Things never really quite work out here. It's like you have a plan to go somewhere too, and then something happens, or you go to the printer and they're closed because they felt like closing. It's really inefficient here. Super duper inefficient. Erica, just go to my website, ripecolor.com, and go under art. Go under art. Yeah, it's very hard with the smoking. I've quit a few times, and I don't gain 5 pounds. I gain 40. Like that's my reality. And as many of you have been following me for a long time, I'm probably 30 pounds thinner now than I was in New York. And part of it was like the trauma and the stress, but the other part of it is, first of all, the desserts suck here, and I walk around a lot, and I don't. It's interesting because I used to eat. I used to stress eat. I really did. And living in New York, I lived in Midtown Manhattan. 3 o'clock in the morning, I was having a feeling I could go down and get a box of cookies, and it was like halfway done by the time I got up the stair. I lived on the 5th floor, so by the time I got to the 3rd floor, there were crumbs all over. It was like Hansel and Gretel. So, and the more cookies you have, the more cookies you want. But here, they're not open at that time, and then it's like that processed stuff, which doesn't really taste good. And the bakeries, it's like they look great, but it's like you can take them or leave them. And I really like being thin. I really like being thin. I really do. And part of me is like, if I quit, I mean, I don't really want to quit, but if I did quit, it's like, you're going to gain 30 pounds, really? You're going to go there again? Because I have been like, my whole life has been up and down. That's the truth. I've been a 28-inch waist and I've been a 36-inch waist, and I really like being thin. Really I feel good in my body, and I look better. So I smoke, whatever. Good for you. Good for you, Erica. Yeah, I'm addicted to chocolate too. The chocolate's really good here. The chocolate is really good. My thing is cake. Cake is really, really my thing. Ice cream, it'll sit in the freezer for hours, I mean, for months. Cake, cookies, it's like, get out of my way. Just get out of my way. It's like you're sitting and having cake with a friend and they're like, oh, well, I don't know if I could finish it. And, it's like, if you're polite to say, oh, you can finish it. Don't worry about it. Me, I'm like, I just, I grab the thing out of their hands. It's like, I can finish it. All right. So, okay. And then I make my last announcements. It's 49 minutes. Okay. So The energy is really start something new, start something you never thought of starting before. Be adventurous, be bold, and let it come to you, right? Because you have the knowledge. I mean, Three Kings was the opening, right? I have 3 pages, an inkling, and 3 kings. And kings are the active masculine principle of work do. Queens are more like patient, receive. It's different, the divine masculine, divine feminine. And there weren't a lot of like divine feminine cards. Not really. Not really. I had the Emperor and 3 kings and the Hermit, who's masculine. Um, so that's the energy. And okay, so my announcements is Saturday, I'm doing a guided meditation, noon Mountain Time. You could purchase it Zoom. It's $10 on my website. The link is below. And the Tarot classes, which is a 6-week course. Me and Nancy Jean, between the two of us, we have like 50 or 60. We have like 60, like more than 60 years of experience reading tarot. And it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours each class. And if you miss a class, we send you the thing. And learning tarot is it's a great thing because what the real thing about learning tarot, it's not like, oh, I'm going to make a living learning tarot, because believe me, you're not going to make a living. I mean, sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. It's not. It helps you to get in touch with your own intuition, your own guidance. That's what it does, right? It opens your mind to the world of imagination, opens your mind to intuition, and then you could use that in the rest of your life. So it's just like another tool, and maybe a little confidence to say, well, this is what I see in the card. Because sometimes you show people cards that have never, and they go, oh, and then they see things I've never seen before, right? And they're like, oh, right? Very interesting. And also working with other people, like doing tarot with other people, different people are going to see different things. And then it's like, that interpretation that you had really resonates with me, and I'm going to actually utilize that. Maybe not every day, but I'm going to utilize that. It makes sense. It resonates. That's what it is. It resonate. It's kind of like when you're watching the news. Sometimes, you watch the news and you're like, something's wrong with the story. You're watching the news. It's like, there's a lot more to this story. They're not telling us half of it. Or, they've manipulated this to such an extent that I don't even know if it's based in truth at all. Anyway, like, how does it feel? How does it feel? Yeah, acupuncture is amazing. Acupuncture is truly amazing. God bless you, Erica. You're fascinating. That's the truth, Miss Orchid. That's the truth. One puff and you're done. One puff and you are done, done, done. That is the absolute truth. I have the experience more than once. Oh, I could just smoke one. Yeah. There you go. It's like trying to eat like one potato chip. It's like I'm eating the goddamn bag. Your friend's like, oh, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't buy any potato chips. Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for supporting me. I really appreciate it. I really do. I know a lot of you show up all the time. And please join me on the meditation and join the tarot class. It's going to be a lot of fun. And if you want a one-on-one, I'm available. And I'm available for IET. I'm available for pendulum. And I really, really feel like learning the pendulum can really change things for you. I really do. I would love to teach someone pendulum. I would love it. And check out the pendulum video. I need to organize things better in a playlist, but I'm working on it. Oh, and now my new thing. I watched this thing on YouTube last night, right? And they were like, at the end of the video, lead them to another video, right? And so now part of my job is say, watch this one next. And that's something that's going to come up. It's very exciting. All right. I'm going to have to figure out what to put in there. Blessings. See you soon. Enjoy the equinox, and I'll see you all soon, very soon. I do my dailies, I do the weeklies, and I'm going to be doing meditation. I'm going to be doing the classes, but I'm also going to be doing eclipse stuff when the eclipse comes, and full moon and new moon and all that. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. See you all soon. Bye. Bye.